Hey guys, it's Matt with Mixcoach here, here to do another product review. This week we are going to be looking at LSR Audio's new VLB525 compressor, which is a model of an API 525, and I have to say it sounds pretty remarkable. I've gotten to use a real 525 a couple of times, and it definitely has that API sound. Let's take a look at it here. As you'll see, I mean, it looks pretty much the same, except it comes with a few extra features. The way this compressor works here is it has a ceiling that as you turn it clockwise, you will actually get more compression, but it'll also keep it at a constant level and automatically make up the gain. And then on top of that, you can go tweak the input and output thresholds around a certain ceiling to fine tune and adjust it to where you want. Release modes here. No buttons equals this top setting here, 100 milliseconds. The first button in, you'll have 500 milliseconds. If you do both buttons, that equals 2 seconds. And then just the number 2 button is 2.5 seconds. Then there's also a side chain, I think he called it energy curve, for a de-essing circuit and de-popping circuit that you can use, which is also on the original API. It has a 2-to-1 compression ratio for when you're using it as a compressor, and then it has a 20-to-1 brick wall limit. Off will allow you to bypass the compressor but run it through the 2520 op amp and the output transformer of the API that he modeled, and we'll take a look at that too, so you can hear the audible difference. It's a great model. And then bypass will, as you'll see, turns off everything and completely bypass the circuit. Also, here we have a calibration. You can tweak it the way you want it, but right here it's set up to where most converters are already set up. 22 dBu equals about negative 18 dBFS on the converters, plus 4 dBu, which will bring you to a total of 22 dBu. He has also modeled the analog hum of the 50 and 60 hertz of this unit. There's a stereo link on here. You can run it off, or you can adjust it all the way up to 100%. Now this is pretty cool here. Right here you'll see where it says normal attack. That's because this particular compressor has a fixed attack. Well, he also modeled it to where you could have a variable attack time, which is an extra feature that isn't on the real hardware unit. Now let's get to the fun stuff. In this demonstration, I'm really just going to show it on the drums because it's just remarkable on the drums, and I'm sure I will cover at another time its use on something else, but specifically on the drums, it's marvelous. Let's find a good place to loop here real quick. This is nothing. Just brings so much life and character to it. And if you've ever used any real API hardware, it has a punch and a little bit of a crunchiness up on top, almost like it's choking it a little bit, but it's for me, especially on drums, it's a desirable sound, especially with that fast release. We'll tinker around with a little bit of the release settings. The attack. as you'll see, just it's got a real character to it, a real punch. You really hear that transformer working in the op amp. The particular op amp API is known for that sound of its particular the 2520 op amp that they have, and you can really hear it. He modeled it really well. This will make a great parallel compressor on a parallel channel for drums. It sounds good on vocals, good on guitar, bass stuff. Piano, I find it to be a little bit crunchy on piano, but yeah, I mean that's the whole idea. Mix and match compressors. Not everything's going to sound the best on everything, but it has a particular color. Especially if you're going for a more crunchy, distorted sound on a piano for effect, it's going to be a great compressor for that. I know this has been a quick overview, but I mean, this thing doesn't really need much explaining. You just listen to it, and just really, really good stuff. You can catch it over at lsraudio.com. I think it's like $120, $130, somewhere around that, and for the cost of a $1,000 500 series unit, you're good to go. So it's worth the money, and I highly recommend it. And you should go get the demo, check it out, and comment below. Tell me what you think about it. I think it's an awesome compressor. I think you'll like it, and we'll see you next time, guys.